we have Kurt Samson playing Rug Delver, and on the left we have Mickey Urban playing Jund. Game 3 here for these two players, a more traditional matchup, as it were, for Legacy. Both players have kept 7 cards, and we'll have Kurt Samson, playing first here. Of course, we are in a sideboarded game very quickly for you guys, so we will bring those forward for you to take a look at. I do have Kurt's sideboard in front of me, and you guys can see it on the screen. Being it's a Jund deck, wouldn't be surprised to see maybe Sulfur Vortex come in here, even though it can be hit by Abrupt Decay. Crows and Grip potentially. Submerge certainly going to be joining him. Life from the Loam to be able to get that Life from the Loam plus Wasteland Engine online as well. So definitely some options here for Kurt on the right.
Just so you know, we have those sideboards swapped, I believe. Or those don't.
Oh, they're right.
Oh, those are correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I saw Submerge in both sideboards there. Oh, okay. My bad.
For the Jund side?
In the sideboard, I think Ensnaring Bridge is very good against Rogue historically. It's possible because Mickey is not. It's not like he's playing Burn. He's not really equipped to win through Ensnaring Bridge himself, except with Lavamancers and Deathrite Shamans. It's possible that's more of an anti-show and tell card, but that card is very challenging for Rogue to beat. He has a Red Blast and a Pyroblast that seem good here, and 2 copies of Umazawa's Jite.
We are going to see a Thoughtseize here from Mike to start the show. You're going to see a hand of Volcanic Island, Tarmogoyf, Rough Tumble, Izzet Charm, Polluted Delta, and Forked Bolt in Kurt's hand. So not the traditional start that you find from a Rug Delver deck. No Ponder, no Brainstorm, no Nimble Mongoose, and no Delver of Secrets.
Yeah, I mean, for example, you could take Tarmogoyf here and leave him with a purely reactive hand. Or you can take Izzet Charm and be happy to trade 1 for 1. I mean, there's a lot of angles, a lot of routes Mickey can take.
And so we do see here with Mickey's hand, there's also a Abrupt Decay there.
Right.
So the reason that being important, of course, is he's going to take Rough Tumble, is that Tarmogoyf is the only proactive card in Kurt's hand, and that one's going to die to, of course, the Uncounterable Smother effect. So
yeah, that's a kind of a weird Thoughtseize there because Kurt has just a handful of cards of medium quality. There's no obvious one to take there, and Mickey can kind of sculpt the game in a variety of directions once he has that information.
And so Mickey is going to pass it on back.
I believe Nimble Mongoose was the draw for Kurt. We're going to see Tarmogoyf.
Mickey going to take a draw step. Mickey going to find a Forest here.
Not a bad draw.
Yeah, not too bad at all. So you see Dark Confidant in his hand along with that Abrupt Decay. And a card to the back. Not quite sure what those are, but the rest of those cards are lands right now. So not the most powerful of hands. And it is a little bit surprising here to see him take the Rough Tumble, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, his hand has Dark Confidant and Deathrite Shaman in it. So I think Mickey is just debating between Abrupt Decay and Dark Confidant.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. I mean, may also see Deathrite Shaman join the fray here too. Maybe to lead that out there, to maybe bait out a little bit something. Bait out that Izzet Charm.
Sure.
And that's what you see. You do see Deathrite Shaman. See Polluted Delta come down for Kurt. What you're going to see here is Forked Bolt take care of that.
Yep. Grow the Goyf a little bit.
With Sorcery creature. We'll have the Tarmogoyf die for you guys out there in a minute. No sense in guessing. You can't be sure. Tarmogoyf drawn for Mickey this turn.
And Mickey's draw certainly wasteland proof.
Yeah. Now we do see Abrupt Decay take care of the Tarmogoyf. Sequencing there just a little bit odd, as he's not able to maximize his mana the way that he played these first couple of turns.
Right. If he had played, for example, one of his 2 mana spells on turn 2, then turn 3 could have been Shaman plus the remaining 2 mana spell.
Do see Lightning Bolt drawn here for Mickey. I don't see a Badlands interplay. And now you do see Dark Confidant, Tarmogoyf, Lightning Bolt, and another Badlands in his hand, so Can't play 2 creatures this turn if he chooses to.
But Kurt has drawn a Daze in the intervening turn, so.
Dark Confidant.
And this is gonna be a very awesome Daze for Kurt.
Yes, it is. So you just float the mana, and he's going to Daze the Tarmogoyf.
And I assume maybe is it Charm the Bob here?
Yep. And now Kurt is really starting to pull ahead here.
Yeah. So the sequencing on those first couple turns from Miki definitely exposed him to the Daze Kurt had drawn in the intervening turns. And now, you know, Kurt getting to play all these spells for value, closer to threshold with this Nimble Mongoose. So just a very good sequence of events for.
And there's the Izzet Charm. I'll take care of the Dark Confidant. It's going to leave Miki with not a lot of action, and it's not easy to deal with Nimble Mongoose in the first place.
Although Kurt is down to just Stifle and this Volcanic Island, and I believe he just drew another Stifle, so he's going to have to ride this goose home.
So we're going to see Badlands here. We're going to see Bloodbraid Elf.
Here we go.
Not a bad thing to Stifle.
Yep.
Which is the Cascade trigger on Bloodbraid Elf.
And yeah, Miki happy to trade if he's allowed to.
We're going to see Volcanic Island. And Kurt giving this turn a little bit of thought before casting a Scavenging Ooze.
Yep.
Okay. So a different kind of threat here from Kurt.
But Miki's last card in hand, I believe, is Lightning Bolt, so he's going to be able to handle this okay.
You see the 2 players just trading back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, but the Jund deck feels like its attrition elements are just a little bit better, and Kurt's going to be drawing much softer. I mean, he has Brainstorm Ponder, which are awesome, but he also has a lot of cards like Stifle, Pierce Daze, Force of Will, those kind of cards where Miki's drawing a lot more just solid cards.
You're going to see a Deathrite Shaman here, so Miki empty-handed. Kurt draws a card. This matchup typically very, very back and forth, as you can tell. Pendulum swinging back and forth between both players. Both players at multiple points in this game look to be fairly ahead.
Yeah, and another noteworthy situation that's developing here is now Wasteland is also a very powerful draw for Miki because he can cut Kurt off of a color.
Yep.
Whereas, you know, Kurt's Wastelands are not good right now.
You see the Grim Lavamancer.
Well, another awesome draw.
Submerge in Kurt's hand right now.
But these are not great submerge targets.
Yeah, oddly enough. As we're going to see Deathrite Shaman here remove something from Kurt's graveyard. Going to take care of that Izzet Charm, put him down to 17.
And the pairing of Lavamancer and Deathrite Shaman just gives Miki so much control over the way the game gets played.
Yeah.
He can race, you know, he's threatening to burn Kurt out. If Kurt applies pressure to the board, he can start gaining life with Deathrite Shaman. I mean,
the other unique thing here, too, is that Deathrite Shaman slowly but surely can actually go to work on Kurt's graveyard and reduce that Mongoose from a 3/3 to a 1/1. And speak of the devil, Wasteland is here. It's going to float some mana. See Deathrite Shaman activation. Going to take her Stifle, bring Kurt down to 15.
If I was Miki, I think this is the turn where I would start sending in with my Bloodbraid Elf.
You're ready to make that trade?
Yeah, you're also hedging against potential, like, more copies of Rough Tumble. Because if he wants to trade, that's great, then... Like, I understand you're giving up a little bit of value because you're close to getting the Mongoose off of Threshold, but you're so far ahead that the only card that seems like can catch him up is Rough Tumble, so I would try to hedge off a little bit.
We do see Wasteland here, making an attempt to go after that Volcanic Island. Not sure if there's another Stifle hiding over there or not.
I mean, we had to stifle this because, again, we're playing the Rough Tumble.
Yeah.
Yep.
Content to pass.
Yeah, I mean, it's a small thing, and I definitely can understand Miki feeling like, all right, that thing's not going to be a threshold soon. I can wait and then start attacking with Bloodbraid Elf, but I would just be scared to death of Rough Tumble right now.
Yeah. You're going to see Ponder here. Hit 2, hit 3. Couple of critters there. Looks like a Delver Secrets and a Mongoose along with a mystery card.
I'll tell you, unless Unless that's an insane ponder. If it's not rough tumble, I'm sending it back. Right now, if I'm Kurt.
Two rough tumbles in Kurt's sideboard. One already discarded from a first turn Thoughtseize, as you're going to see Nimble Mongoose come across here, putting Miki down to 12, and you're going to see a Tarmogoyf. So, putting a bit of a fight as we see Deathrite Shaman here. Take care of that Ponder. Bring Kurt down to 11. We're going to see Grim Lavamancer do a little bit of work, maybe.
I think he just wants to see if there's cards he can remove from his graveyard to shrink the Tarmogoyf.
Yeah. Nice thing about Deathrite Shaman and Grim Lavamancer, you actually do have control over the size of that bad boy.
Yep.
For the most part. You do the best that you can.
Although he also has his own Tarmogoyfs in his deck too, so it's like a little confusing.
Yeah. And now we do continue play here. Lavamancer going upstairs, going to knock Kurt down to, I believe, 9 now. Draws a Bayou.
So can we get a price check on the Goyf? I think we're at instant, creature, sorcery, land would be my guess.
Okay, it is a 4/5 right now.
And Kurt's still hanging out with that submergent hand, trying to pick his spot.
Yeah, I really do like waiting here.
Oh yeah, I mean he has not found a spot yet where it would be that powerful. So, I like the patience. Although he may have to make a move at some point. He might have to make a move this turn because he can't really attack with the Tarmogoyf into Bloodbraid plus Lavamancer, and he can't. I guess he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so he can still attack with the Mongoose, but again, that's just a trade with the Bloodbraid. So I feel like combat is now at a point where it's not profitable for Kurt to be attacking, so he might have to fire off that Submerge now. Although, of course, submerging any one of his creatures is not ideal.
See a little bit of calculation here from Kurt.
I mean, if he sends in that Tarmogoyf, I'm getting that Bloodbraid in there ASAP.
Let's see, a lot of contemplating a lot of things here.
Yeah, there's and Miki has to be concerned about Stifle. Like if he's planning on using Lavamancer and a Bloodbraid block to take down this Tarmogoyf. Yeah, there's like a million things going on the board right now.
A lot of subtle things going on.
Oh, yeah.
So do you see Tarmogoyf and Nimble Mongoose finally coming across it again? Kurt feeling he's underneath enough pressure from Grim Lavamancer and Deathrite Shaman. It's time to make a move.
Well, he certainly can't win this game by blocking. So
that's
he
true.
gotta attack.
Now we're gonna see Bloodbraid Elf trade here with the Nimble Mongoose, or at least make its best attempt.
Miki falls to 8.
Are we going to see a follow-up Mongoose? Yes, we are. Pressure is on.
Yep.
Deathrite Shaman. Taking care of Stifle. Grim Lavamancer. Taking care of 2 more points. Putting Kurt down to 5. And now I think we're going to see the trigger on that Submerge. Yes, we are. That's going to take care of Deathrite Shaman. And now you have to consider, as he does draw that, if he was going to sack a fetch land or not.
Well, the sacking the fetch line is very significant because it means he has a chump block now.
Mm-hmm. You can tell. Yep.
I mean, he has a lot of huge draws here.
Yeah,
that's for sure. I mean, he can, even if he chump blocks and shoots, he's still drawing to Bolt and to Bloodbraid. So
you wonder if he sees the ramifications of that
He's got some fine draws, you know. He's got, like, Liliana is very good here.
And so
Abrupt
actually,
Decay.
now that was a strange play, because actually what he did is he sacrificed the land before Submerge resolved.
I don't know what
Submerge resolve, and then play Deathrite Shaman.
I'm not sure why we're worried about the extra mana. I mean, we're still in a spot where we have to chump.
Now you just see these two guys come across here. Something's going to step in front here, and if you're,
I mean, I think you just have to put Lavamancer in front of the Tarmogoyf and shoot.
sure. Let's take a look at the graveyard, see exactly what the creature types are here. Or excuse me, the card types for Tarmogoyf, see if there's anything he can do to make it so it's not a 4/5. And you do see instant, you do see a Tarmogoyf, you see Rough Tumble as a sorcery, and you see Wasteland, among others, as a land. So that thing's going to be a 4/5 no matter what.
Yeah, he cannot stop it from. No way to shrink it.
It's time to step in front. And we'll have an activation here.
You know, next turn, if Kurt doesn't draw anything of significance, he still can chump block Tarmogoyf, shoot with Deathrite Shaman again, and then go in the last turn with the same set of outs.
But that's going to change things.
Yep.
As Delver's Secrets does show up.
Bolt or a creature. Tarmogoyf is
not bad.
Not bad. It's actually insane. I mean, we need to hit with our Delver flip like now, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, Kirk can just block Delver with Deathrite Shaman.
And he hits a Stifle. Stifle is, wow.
That's a huge draw.
Stifle is unbelievable here.
He can't actually use the Deathrite in response because he has to chump block now.
Yep.
So Kirk can't actually alpha right now. I think he can only send Delver of Secrets. Because an alpha means he just dies on the way back to the Tarmogoyf.
Yep. Tarmogoyfs run into each other. Deathrite Shaman chumps them in Mongoose, and then he's looking at a lethal attack from a Tarmogoyf. So this is where managing this. Managing this board state is tough.
This one is close. Curious to see what the last card is. I can't imagine it's anything good. Maybe it's like a daze or something.
Yeah. I can imagine having a huge impact on the game.
Wow, this is.
This game has been back and forth, the pendulum.
Mickey's definitely selected a path and has continued down the road the whole time.
Yeah. So Stifle goes into Kurt's hand. Now you see the math beginning to take place here. Where can I attack? Where can't I attack? Is it just insectile liberation of the air? Can I attack on the ground with anybody? How's it all work?
Attacking on the ground is not good. That I'm fairly confident. Yeah.
You just see an attack in the air with insectile aberration, bringing Miki down to 1. And Miki's going to activate Deathrite Shaman. And is this the one that you stifled, or you stifle the next one? You stifle this one.
Okay, here we go.
Draws a card.
It is
Mox Diamond.
Wow.
That is it. Kurt Samson with a heck of a comeback with Rug Delver, moving on to the finals, defeating Miki Urban and his Jund deck 2-1.
Congratulations to Miki. I know he doesn't actually play in tournaments all that often at all, so it's nice to see him show up and have a nice performance.
Really, really close game 3 there.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's why the other 2 games took so long as well, is because, I mean, you could see with that game, back and forth, a lot of decisions to be made.
Yeah, oh, for sure. And I think Mickey's sequencing in the first couple of turns there ultimately led to his downfall.
Yeah.
Kurt was, pretty fortunate to draw a daze there in those evening turns, but even setting aside daze, the efficiency with which Miki deployed his cards in the early turns left him a little bit behind